ብታዩት ከእንደገና ደግሞ ለምሳሌ ሚዲያን ታይሙን like average time and predict ለማድረግ ዛት ሚን ይሻላል ሚዲያን ይሻላል የትኛው ይሻላል እነዚህ ብታዩቸው ጥሩ ነው ቀጥሎ ደግሞ ኮስት አናላይዝ ስታረጉ ኮስት በሁለት መንገድ ነው የሚታየው አረ ኮስት ዳይሬክት ኮስት አለ ኢንዳይሬክት ኮስት አለ ዳይሬክት ኮስት ኤግዛክትሊ ማሽኑ የሚያሳጣው ወይ ደግሞ የሚያስወጣው ነገር ማለት ሜንቴናንስ ኮስት እነዚህ ዳይሬክት ኮስቶች ናቸው ነገር ግን ኢንዳይሬክት ኮስቶች አሉ ለምሳሌ አንደኛው ኮስት ኦፍ ስክራፕ ማሽኑ ሮንግሊ አሰምብል እያደረገ ከሆነ ኮስት ኦፍ ስክራፕ ይኖራል ከእንደገና ደግሞ እነዚህ የሚዘላቸው ካሉ ማሽኖቹ እነሱ ሪወርክ ይደረጋሉ አይደል ከእንደገና ይሰራሉ ሶ ኮስት ኦፍ ሪወርክ አለ ማለት ማሽኑ እንደዛ የሚያደርግ ደግሞ ከሆነ not only የዳውን ታይም ችግር ብቻ ሳይሆን ሊድ ታይምም ደግሞ ኢንክሪዝ ያደርጋል for customer so ከእንደገና ደግሞ ዌርሃውስ ውስጥ የሚላክ ዕቃ ላይኖር ይችላል ስለዚህ እዛ ጋር ስቶክ አውት ኮስት ይኖራል ማለት ስለዚህ እንዲህ አይነት ነገሮች ማሰብ ኦኬ ማሰብ because አሁን ማሽኑን ፊክስ ለማድረግ ያንን ፕሮብሌም ፊክስ ለማድረግ ገንዘብ ያስፈልጋልና ያ እንትኑን ሰው የምታሳምነው ሜንቶሩን ወይ ደግሞ ማኔጅመንቱን የምታሳምነው by saying ይሄ እንትኑን አታክ ያደርጋል KPI አታክ ያደርጋል ፕሮዳክሽን ይሄንን ብላ ስለሆነ እሱን ብታረጉ ጥሩ ነው ሌላኛው ደግሞ ኮንፊደንስ ኢንተርቫል ለምሳሌ በእያንዳንዱ ፌለር ሞድ was a confidence interval of the downtime in terms of like the average ያን ማየት አስፈላጊ ነው because ስቶካስቲክ ነው አይደል ፕሮሰሱ እሱ ማለት ነው ቀጥሎ ደግሞ ለምሳሌ ኮሬክቲቭ አክሽን በሚወሰድበት ጊዜ ኮስት ቤኔፊት አናሊሲስ እንዴት አድርገን ነው አፕሮች ብናደርገው እነዚህ ኮስት ዲኮምፖዚሽን ምናምን እነሱ ያስፈልጋሉ ኤኒዌይስ እና ገነት ያሳዩአችሁን ነገር ዝም ብላችሁ ጽፋችሁ ብታመጡት ብዙ ሴንስ አያደርግም አይደል it's like you can understand the problem you try to dig it out okay so ለምሳሌ ኤሌክትሪካል ኢንጂነሮች you're going to just mention some corrective action on that it's like on the some of the failure mode okay root cause የሆነ failure mode corrective action ሊሆን ይችላል ያንም አንብቦ መናገር ነው ስለዚህ እነዚህን የመሳሰሉ ነገሮች ብታሰፉ ጥሩ ነው እና ግሬድም ላይ ደግሞ ይጠቅማቸዋል የመጀመሪያው ግሬድ ፋይናል ግሬዳችሁን በጣም አፌክት ያደርገዋል ምክንያቱም ከዚህ በኋላ ወደ ግሩፕ ስለምትሄዱ ሞር ኦር ለስ ተመሳሳይ ነገር ነው የሚሆነውና እዚህ ላይ ግን ልዩነት የሚያመጣባችሁ እዚህ ላይ ነው so you're going to just work on that one okay ዛሬ የምንማረው ስለ root cause analysis ነው root cause analysis or problem solving technique we're going to just discuss about that አሁን እንትኑን ዲስከሽኑን ከተናገርኩ በኋላ ኤግዛምፕሎች አሳያችኋለሁ አሁን ኤግዛምፕሎቹ ላይ መቅዳት ታቆማላችሁ እሺ because ዳታዎቹ ኮንፊደንሻል ስለሆኑ አይወጡም መውጣት የለባቸውም ስለዚህ ልክ ኤግዛምፕሉ ጋር ስንደርስ just stop recording ላችኋለሁ የዛን ጊዜ ስታፕ ታደርጋላችሁ ማለት ነው ግልጽ ነው okay great okay let me do okay now okay I have to share. Mulgeta. Mulgeta.
እኔ ነኝ ያለሁት ፕሮፌሰር ሙልጌታ 10 ደቂቃ ቆያለሁ ብሏል።
ያ እንትን ይላል ዲሴብል ይላል እንትኑ ላይ ኢኔብል አድርገው ሼር እንዳደረግ ማለት።
ኦኬ
አንተ ማን ነህ?
እኔ ሰለሞን።
አንተም እዛ እንትን ነው ያለህ?
የት? እሱ ጋር አይደለሁም።
ግን ያለህ አንተ?
እኔ የዚህ ኔዘርላንድ።
አንተ እኮ የራስን ሼር እንትን ነው እያሳየን ያለው።
ኦኬ
እኔ አሁን በቲምስ ላይ ደግሞ ስገባ ቲምስ ብዙ ኔትወርክ ይፈልጋል ይመስለኛል። ላይክ እንትን ለማለት ሶ ቲምስ ሳይሆን ምንኛው ጥሩ ነው። ኦኬ ኖት የት
ኦኬ ሆልድ ኦን
ኦኬ show apps አንድ የራስን ሼር ማድረግ መጀመሪያ አቁም።
እሺ አይ ቲንክ አዲስ ነኝ እኔ ለዚህኛውና ለዛ ነው።
አንደርስታንድ ያን ሪስፖንሲቢሊቲስ ተቀበል እንትን ማድረግ ነው። ገባ? እንዲህ ሲሆን እንዲህ ምንድነው እና ማለት አለ። ኤኒዌይስ አሁን ሼር ስክሪን የሚለውን ክሊክ አድርገውና አንሼር አድርገው።
ኦኬ
ኦኬ ሌላኛው ደግሞ እንትን ስታስገቡ ይሄ አሳይመንት ስታስገቡ ፎርማት ይኖራችሁ። ፎርማት ማለት ምንድነው? ጀስት ለምሳሌ ፕሮግራሙ ምንድነው? ፕሮግራሙን ጽፋላችሁ ከዛ የራሳችሁን ስም አይዲ ቀጥሎ ደግሞ ለማን ይገባል ምናምን ፎርማት አድርጋችሁ አስገቡ። አንዳንዶቻችሁ ኤክሴልም የምትልኩ ልጆች አላችሁ አንዳንዶቻችሁ እና I don't know እሱን ብታስተካክሉ ጥሩ ነው። So anyways let's go to
Yohannes professor Meta.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So okay, let's go here. Okay. ስለዚህ ዛሬ የምንመለከተው AD problem solving ነው እና AD ማለት ምን ማለት ነው? 8 ዲሲፕሊን ማለት ነው። ይሄ G8 ዲሲፕሊን ማለት ነው። ዲሲፕሊን ማለት ነው። ሶ እናየዋለን ምን እንደሚመስል ማለት ነው። መጀመሪያ ምንድነው የምናደርገው? ኢሹ is just a problem statement ማለት ነው። ፕሮብለም ማለት ነው። ፕሮብለም ይሄ ፕሮብለም let's say there are 3 occasions just like this. So one occasion is from your supplier. So ziga incoming inspection ነው የሚደረገው። incoming inspection, okay? Incoming inspection. If you find any non-conformance, NC ማለት non-conformance one. If you find any non-conformance, then that go to MRB. So this MRB ማለት ነው material review board ማለት ነው። board MRB ማለት ነው። So who are these MRB people? Some are like quality engineer, some are like manufacturer engineer, product engineer, design engineer, okay, and so forth like that, plus like some technicians and so forth like that. So whenever you find any defect here, you're going to call like MRB meeting, then you're gonna just decide. So you got decide የሚደረገው ነገር የመጀመሪያው ይሄ ነው። ስክራፕ ሊደረግ ይችላል። ሁለተኛው use as is. Okay. Okay. Home. Use as is. ልክ እንዳለ መጠቀም ማለት ነው። የሚቀጥለው ደግሞ rework ነው። Okay. So those are like the 3 solutions that you are going to find whenever you find any non-conformance. These are the things that you are going to just do. So one is this. In the other, once you get, like, for example, any defects, and if the MRB team decided that's a problem, then it would the customer report to know she had RMA ይሆናል ማለት RMA ይሆናል ማለት RMA ማለት ነው return material authorization one. Okay. Authorization RMA. So okay, here scrap blender, use as is, rework, or the other is just in my bet return to supplier. So it's return to supplier ስትሆን ምን ይሆናል ማለት ነው? RMA ይሆናል ማለት ነው። We call it like RMA. So in RMA there should be problem. There should be RMA number, and there should be a person who initiates those things. So this is whenever you get like any non-conformance from the supplier. Whenever you do in process, if it is like in process, okay, let me come to, okay, let me draw that, let me put some different color. Yeah, process like non-conformance material ከተገኘ again is gonna go to like MRB. Then the MRB is gonna just decide one of these. But in process, whenever we find any defects in process like ከተገኘ ምንድነው የሚደረገው? መጀመሪያ hold ይደረጋል ማለት hold production. Okay, hold production. Then one aspect is just to do root cause analysis, RCA. Then from the RCA, do like corrective action. There are like 2 approaches here. Okay, RCA and the corrective action. After corrective action, we'll look at like the production is okay or not. So the other is once it's gonna just hold root cause analysis, corrective action የሚሰራ ኑሮ እያለ ሌላኛው ደግሞ ምን ያደርጋል ማለት ነው? containment action ይሰራል ማለት ነው። containment action ይሰራል ማለት ነው። What's a containment action? Just sorting ማለት ነው። sorting here, like good are sorted and bad is sorted again. Bad, just like that. Okay, so we are going to quantify that Q, and we are going to get like the ratio or whatever that's going to be for the report. Okay, for the report. So this is if you find non-conformance in process. And the other is if you find non-conformance when you send to the customer, okay, customer is gonna just give you like RMA. Okay, RMA ይመልሳል ማለት ነው። Okay, Let me change that color somehow. Let's say this is going to be RMA from the customer, okay? RMA, return material from the customer. So in this scenario, what you're going to do is we call traceability analysis. Traceability analysis, okay? Analysis, okay? So what is this traceability analysis is, let's say the production date code alla, date code alla, date code. From the date code, okay? Suppose the production date is here, okay? This is the production date, and where it produced in different machines, there are like machine like A, B, C, or whatever. So from each, at which machine that part was made, okay? At which machine? Let's say it was like made in B. So in B, we're gonna go and we are going to bound it. You see, this is a boundary, bound it from this date to this date, this date. Then if there are like any material here, then that's gonna be go to like containment action or sorting. Okay? So ገብቷችኋል? አሁን ሶስቱ ያልኳችሁ ነው አልገባችሁ? ገብቷችሁ? ከገባችሁ ገባን በሉ፣ ካልገባችሁ አልገባንም በሉ።
አንዴ በተመለሰልን።
ኦኬ ጉድ። ሶ ሶስት አይነት ፕሮብሌም አለ ብለናል። ሶስት ናቸው። Three types. So the first one, okay, አሁን እንዲህ እናደርግና suppose this is your supplier, and from here you got like customer, okay? Customer. So customer. Okay? So here QC. Okay, QC. Or just as a process. A process actually, this is your process. So supplier NC, non-conformance ማለት ነው. In process NC, that's also non-conformance ማለት ነው. And customer NC, okay? These are all like, these are non-conformance. So what we're gonna do here, if it is from the supplier, then there is a team called, okay? That team is called MRB. What MRB stands for is material review board. Okay? Board. Just like that, board. So these are, who are material review board? These are like subject matter experts, okay? Matter experts. It could be like quality engineer, mechanical, or whatever, you know, subject matter experts. Then what they're gonna just decide, one, they're gonna decide based upon the review. What's the review? Let's say, if it is like measurement issue, then I'm gonna just do the measurement again, okay? The measurement again and confirm like the defect is just a defect. So one decision from this team could be scrap. This is one decision. And the second decision is going to be use as is. Okay? This is even ማለት ነው ዲቪዬሽን ይኖረዋል የተወሰነ ዲቪዬሽን ይኖረዋል ነገር ግን ስቲል እቃውን መጠቀም ይቻላል ማለት ነው መጠቀም ይቻላል And the third decision is going to be rework. Work. Okay, who's going to just do the rework? It could be like quality engineer. It could be manufacturer engineer. It could be like product engineer. It could be operations. Based upon any kind of like rework mechanism. Based upon any kind of like rework mechanism. So this is rework, and the fourth decision could be return to the customer. Okay, return to the supplier. Actually, supplier to the supplier. So here phase ምን ይባላል? ይሄ ከሆነ RMA ይሆናል ማለት ነው። RMA to the supplier ማለት to the supplier. RMA ደግሞ ማለት ነው return material authorization. So አሁን RMM ቲም ነው MRBም ቲም ነው እና ፈንክሽናቸው የተለያየ መስላችኋል? RMA ቲም እና MRB ቲም. Can you see the difference, or they are the same kind of people?
Almost similar nacho.
Similar may not be known. Actually, may not be. Okay, ሊሆኑም ላይሆኑም ይችላል። ልዩነት አለው። ምክንያቱም ይሄ ማለት
አንደኛው ሪቪው ስለሆነ ከሰራ በኋላ ሊሆን ይችላል። ሪተርን የሚለውን ግን ቶታሊ የሚቀየር ነገር ሊሆን ይችላል።
RMA ቲም ያንተ RMA ቲም ምንድነው የሚያደርገው? ፕሮብሌሙን ነው ስቴት የሚያደርገው። እዚህ ጋር ምንድነው የሚያደርገው? ዲፋይን ፕሮብሌም። ይገስሚ ግልጽ ነው። እዚህ ጋር ያለው የውስጥ ያንተ ካምፓኒ ከሆነ ፕሮብሌም ዲፊኒሽን ነው። ዲፋይን the problem ነው። ዲፋይን the problem ነው። ግልጽ ነው። RMA ቲም የሚያደርገው ማለት ያ ዲፋይን ያደርገዋል። ከዛ ለዚህኛው ይልከዋል ማለት ነው። MRB ደግሞ ምንድነው የሚያደርገው? ኢንቨስቲጌት ነው አይደል የሚያደርገው? ይሄ ኢንቨስቲጌት ነው የሚያደርገው። Investigate. Okay, investigate. So the MRB team is going to just give the information to these guys. Okay, the companies to go on. This one is going to give to information to the RM. So now let's go to okay. We're already just seen from supplier side, okay? So the other is from process, okay? From process, okay? From process. So this is like, we call it like QC. So quality control. So if it is like in process, then what we're gonna do is we do first MRB again. Okay, so what's going to be the MRB decision here? One, it could be scrap, use as is, or rework. Okay, rework. These are the decisions. Okay, so MRB team in this scenario is going to just do priorly root cause analysis, RCA, and needs to generate like kappa, corrective action. Okay, needs to generate the corrective action. So now in doing like root cause analysis here, production hold. Production hold ያረጋል። ከዛ ታግ ያረጋል ምናምን ቀይ ያለው ኮን ቀይ ምናምን ነገር ይሸጣል። then production halt. በዚህኛው በኩል ምን ይደረጋል? root cause analysis and corrective action። በሌላኛው ወገን ደግሞ ምን ይደረጋል ማለት ነው? containment action or sorting ይሰራው ማለት ነው። sorting. So identification of like good parts and identification of like bad parts. For those bad parts, we are still in doing like root cause analysis, man. Then the next step is when it's going to just happen, when, where, okay, where, who, and so forth like that. Okay, this question needed just be filled, and we are going to put also like quantity here. Quantity. How much of the quantity? So if it's going to be the problem from the supplier again, then there would be a possibility to become like RMA to the supplier, man. RMA to the supplier, and so forth like that. So again, key nagram the sourcing na root cause analysis, then corrective action. After corrective action, we need to do verification. Whether the corrective action is efficient and effective to solve the problem. So who do the verification? Usually quality engineers. Here, quality engineers. Quality or manufacturing? Manufacturing engineer is going to just do the verification, man. Okay, so the next is, again, we're going to just look at, this is the third phase, when you got like from the customer. That is, you send parts to the customer, and the customer found them, they're like NC, non-conformant, and they will return your material back to you. And this is called RMA. Okay, RMA. So when you got that, this like RMA customer ታገኙ ምንድነው የሚደረገው ማለት ነው? First, validation of the problem. Validation ማለት ምንድነው? Is the problem stated by the customer is the same to the actual problem. That is what validation means. Validation ማለት ያማል። So the customer, they report to us the same to the problem that we find. So after validation, so this RMA team is going to just do the first. There are two things, major things. And again, traceability analysis. Analysis. So to do traceability analysis, the most important factor here is date code. Okay, the date code is going to contain information when it was produced, when, and where, and who produced that. So from that, we understand when and where. When means like time, that's the date, and where is machine or process. Okay, process. Here is a process or machine or whatever. So in where section, we're going to go to the database. From the database, that we're going to extract information. Okay, extract information. Extract information. Once you get like the information here, okay, from that, let's say the date where bad part produced here, this is the date. Okay, assume this is time axis, and bad part produce this date, okay? This date. Let's say January 13, 2023. Okay, just like that. So what we're gonna do is we're going to bound some week here to the future from this date, and some year or some time from this date code to the past, the very past. So this is ይሄ ምን ሆኗል ማለት ነው? ይሄ ምን ይደረጋል? በዚህ መካከል የተመረቱ ነገሮች በአጠቃላይ ምን ይደረጋሉ ማለት ነው? ምን ይደረጋሉ?
ባሽ ናምበራቸውን ታይተው አናላይዝ ይደረጋሉ።
ኢንቨስቲጌት ይደረጋሉ።
hold those part, production time. Produce የተደረጉትን ፓርቶች በሙሉ ሆልድ ይደረጉና after hold then where it was going to just go ማለት ነው ወደ ሶርቲንግ ይሄዳሉ ማለት ሶርቲንግ። ይሄ ፕሮሰስ ምን ይባላል? containment action ይባላል አይደል? containment. Okay, so it's a containment action. Okay.
Sorry, Prof.
Okay. Okay, go ahead.
ያ እሺ አሁን ለምሳሌ ከከስተመር የሚመጣ ከሆነ ምናልባት ያ ፕሮዳክት ወደ ከስተመር እጅ ደርሶ ከሆነ እንዴት ነው እሱ ኮንሲደር አይደረግም ወይ? ምክንያቱም ያ ፕሮብሌም ወይ ደግሞ ስቴት እየተደረገ ያለው ከከስተመር ነው ማለት ነው። ስለዚህ ከስተመር ሃንድል አድርጎት ከነበረ ያንንስ ኮንሲደር አይደረግም ወይ ሆልድ ማድረግ ላይ ማለት ነው?
ቫሊዴሽን ምን ማለት ነው? ቫሊዴሽን ምን ማለት ነው? what the meaning of validation? ምንድን ማለት ነው? አንተ የምትለው ነገር እዚህ ቫሊዴሽን ላይ ተሰርቷል ማለት ነው። ግልጽ ነው? እዚህ ጋር በቃ እዛ ጋር ኦልሬዲ ሰርተሃል ማለት ነው። those RMA guys, they're gonna just do the validation right there. Is the problem our problem? Okay? ያንን ካጠናቀቁ በኋላ if not, if it is logistics issue, or it could happen also the customer, okay, ራሱ ጋር ማፕን ላድርጎ ሊሆን ይችላል። ይሄ ቲም እሱ ማረጋገጥ አለበት። that is what the meaning of validation. ይሄ አሁን የምታየው በአጠቃላይ after validation ያለ okay. So ጌጂንግም አለ። ጌጅ ይጠየቃል። ጌጅ calibration info እነዚህ ጋር ቫሊዴሽን ውስጥ ነው ያሉት anyways. So once it's going to validate it, it's the problem our problem. So ይሄ ከሆነ በኋላ የሚቀጥሉ ነገሮች እነዚህ ናቸው። ግልጽ ነው? So okay. So when you do sorting, አሁን እዚህ ጋር ነው problem occur ያደረገው. This is a problem date. Okay. ከዛ በኋላ ባውንድ እናደርጋለን ብያቸዋለሁ። ፕሮዳክሽኑን በዴት ኮድ ወደዚህ ሄደን maybe 1 week or 2 week, it depends upon the volume of the production. So እዚህ ጋር ሄደን ባውንድ እናደርጋለን። ይሄ upper bound ነው። upper bound time and lower bound time. ግልጽ ነው? በዚህ መካከል የተመረቱትን በአጠቃላይ በዛ ማሽን ላይ ምን እናደርጋቸዋለን ማለት ነው? ሶርት ይደረጋሉ። ሶርት አሁን ምንድነው የምናደርጋቸው? እነዚህ መጀመሪያ የት ነው ያሉት ነው። እነዚህ we are going to study their location. Okay, እዚህ ጋር ሎኬሽን ነው የምናጠናው። ሎኬሽን ማለት ለቻውን ከስተመሩ ጋር የሄደው 2 ፓክ ነው እንበለው፣ 2 ፓክ የሆነ እቃ ነው ብለን እናስብ። እዚህ ጋር ሰስፔክት የሚደረገው 18 ፓክ አለ። ኦኬ 18 ፓክ or box እንበለው። ኦኬ let's assume here or pallet. Okay, just like that. So now these are right here. So 18ቱ ፓሌቶች የት ነው ያሉት? ፊኒሽድ ጉድስ ላይ ነው ያሉት። Okay. Are they work in process ላይ ናቸው ያሉት? Work in process with ላይ ነው ያሉት? Okay. Is yes, where? Again, you see, where? So ከዚህኛው ፕሮሰስ ወጥተው የሆነ ፕሮሰስ ላይ ገብተው ሊሆን ይችላል። where? So እነዚህ በአጠቃላይ እንዴት ነው የሚገኘው? where የሚባለው ነገር እንዴት ነው የሚገኘው ሲባል በኤስኤፒ የሚባል አፕሊኬሽን አለ። SAP. Okay. SAP or MES. Okay. Maybe Power BI. እነዚህ አፕሊኬሽኖች ናቸው፣ የተለያዩ አፕሊኬሽኖች ናቸው እና ስለዚህ ያ ፓርት ነምበር የቱ ጋር እንዳለ ነው የሚናገሩት ማለት ነው። ግልጽ ነው። ስለዚህ ያሉበት ቦታ ሄደን ምን እናደርጋቸዋለን ማለት ነው? የለው ታግ ይደረጋሉ ማለት ነው። ግልጽ ነው። we are going to just tag them yellow tag. Yellow means what? On hold ማለት ነው። hold. Then what we're going to do ማለት ነው? እነዚህ የለው የተደረጉት ላይ እነዚህኞቹ ላይ የምናደርጋለን ማለት ነው። we're going to do sorting. So this sorting is ምንድን ነው ማለት ነው? containment action ይባላል። containment action. Actually, sorting is a section of one of the section of the containment action. So በዛ መሰረት ያንን እናደርጋለን። መጨረሻ ላይ ከስተመሩ የሚጠይቀን ፖይንት አለች፣ ክሊን ፖይንት የምትባላለች። clean point. Clean point is nothing, it's a date. So here is a problem occurs. Okay, here is a problem occurs. This is what we found, and today is right here. This is today. Okay, this is today. So there is a date in the future, maybe 1 day, 2 days, or 1 week, month, or whatever. There's a date in the future. The date in the future where I'm gonna send good parts to the customer. Okay, good parts to the customer. Here is a date. That date, good parts to the customer. Okay, good parts. ይቺ ማነች ማለት ነው? ክሊን ፖይንት ትባላለች ማለት ነው። ክሊን ፖይንት ሶ እሷን ይፈልጋታል። እሱን ትነግሩታላችሁ። ያንን ጨረሰ ማለት ነው። So these are like the things that we need to know in general for those 3 types of problem solving category. Today we are going to look at the AD problem solving. Okay, HG means 8 discipline man. 8 discipline. So AD can work for the supplier. Okay, can work for supplier or QC or process NC or from the customer. So AD can be used in MRB or RMA, or RMA. It could just work both in this scenario. Okay, so now the first one is, this is problem 0. This is problem 0, where problem initiation, where the problem is originated. Okay, where the problem is originated. Then once knowing that, then as a part of like MRB or RMA, you're going to formulate cross-functionality, CRF. So CRF is done based upon people, but what subject matter expert. This is based upon a function of subject matter expert. Okay, subject matter expert. So now, let's say this is a product line. Assume like ZV5. This is a product line. Assume cylinder block. This is a product line. Let's say piston. This is a product line. Let's assume crankshaft, and so forth like that. So for ZV5, there will be like manufacturer engineer, there will be quality engineer, there will be product engineer, okay? There will be operations. So these people are responsible for this, part, everything plus like here maintenance guys, maintenance. So these guys, these guys is going to work together just to solve the problem, and called in the cross-functional team. This is what the cross-functional team means. So assigning the right person for the right project. This is cross-functional. So then our next question is the right team member selected? If yes, we're going to proceed. Okay? We're going to proceed. If no, again, we're going to work on like with cross-functionality. Sometimes the cross-functional team might be in your team, in your organization. Okay? Sometimes ከዛ ሊወጣ ይችላል። የሴ ሜሮሎጂ ምናምን ነገር ከሆነ ፕሮብሌሙ የጌጅ ምናምን ኢሹ ከሆነ ሰርድ ፓርቲ ጋር ሊሄድ ይችላል። you might just need gauge expert. Okay? Gauge expert ምናምን. So anyways, ይሄ cross functionality ምንድነው ተብሎ የሚታመነው can solve the problem ተብሎ ነው የሚታመነው። Okay? Can solve the problem ተብሎ ነው የሚታመነው ማለት ነው። The problem. እንደዛ ነው የሚባለው ጎቶሻል። So this is what we think of like the CRA. Then once this team is okay now, then we are going to define the problem in engineering term. You see, here is the flag, red flag. Okay, just red flag here, red flag, just a problem. It could be customer, it could be somebody else is gonna just tell you the problem, but here you're gonna just define that problem, define the problem. So this phase from here to here, ምን ይኖራል ማለት ነው? validation እና verification ይኖራል ማለት verification ይኖራል። Okay, so there will be verification right there. Then we're gonna just do like problem description. Okay, problem description. We're going to just describe quantity, quality, where the defect of occur, whatever. So here, the most important thing is pictures are very important. Pictures are good evidences, and video, picture, whatever. Those things are really important. So once we have problem described, is the problem consistent with the report? That is what verification ያልነው verification ያልነው. If no, then the person who reported the problem wasn't correct. Okay, wasn't correct. Then you might just review your cross-functional team. You're gonna assure like cross-functional team is okay. Okay, then you have like the problem now. Then the third step is interim containment action. This is very important operation. Okay, interim containment action. Containment action ምንድን ማለት ነው? ፕሮብሌሙ እዛው እንዳለ ባውንድ አድርጎ ክሊን ፖይንት ካልኩሌት ማድረግ ነው። Okay, this one, and የመጀመሪያው ፈንክሽኑ እዚህ ጋር ምንድነው? stop the problem ነው። stop the problem ማቆም ነው። ቀጥለው ደግሞ sorting ነው። sorting so ይሄም የራሱ ኦፕሬሽን አለው። ይሄም የራሱ ኦፕሬሽን አለው። based on these two things containment action ይካሄዳል ማለት። so is the interim corrective action is okay or not? If not, then you are going to do again until you find all of those parts are sorted and all of those parts are okay. Okay. Then the next step is perform root cause analysis, RCA. Okay, RCA. What this is, root cause analysis. This one is one of the major challenging in problem solving world. Here is the most important challenge. Here, but one of challenges is finding the right root cause of like the problem. So yeah, maleno and problem it's like occur sharak. Okay. ለምንድን ነው ያ ኦከር ያደረገው? ዋይ ምንድን ነው እንደዛ ያስደረገው? root cause analysis. So there are tools here. Okay, we are going to look at them. There are tools to study root cause analysis here. Okay, root cause analysis. So the point is, in RCA, the right root, unless you find the right root cause, if you don't find the right root cause, whatever your effort is, you cannot solve the problem. Okay, you cannot solve the problem. So the right root cause should be identified. That is one of the most important things that we need to discuss on that topic. So we are going to just look at some of the method. Say then identify potential root causes, select the most likely root cause. Is root cause identified? And here, what we do is, can you prove the root cause? Proof. That's what it is. Okay. If yes, okay, if your answer is yes, then the next step is an permanent corrective action, CAPA. Okay, corrective and preventive action. Then who's gonna just do the CAPA? Could be like manufacturing engineer, could be the product engineer, could be quality engineer, could be maintenance, could be new investment, new machine, new design, or whatever. That's gonna be a kind of like containment permanent corrective and preventive action. Then is the corrective action effectively operational? Then in this case, again, what we're going to do is verification. Okay, we're going to do verification here. Okay, so after doing like the verification, if it is valid or not, as like this is also one of like the challenging aspect in terms of like verification. So the point is how long, how you are going to just do it. Like you are going to look at like maybe week, maybe months, or maybe 3 months, maybe 6 months, or whatever. So that depends on like the frequency of the problem that occurs. Then now preventive action is apply the same technique to other similar operations. Okay, other similar operations or process. Here is just apply kappa. Okay, apply the kappa to similar operations, to similar operations or process. That's what it is. Process. That's what preventive action is. Okay, and is preventive action is okay, then another verification is going to just done. And the last is acknowledgement. This is acknowledgement or celebrate with a C. And that is the end of like the project. The end of like the project. So whenever you solve problem using AD, you're gonna put this roadmap, okay, or process flow diagram. Then you're going to just follow what it means. What it means. So let's do one by one, okay? So project leader, let's say Mr. Project leader is based upon like experience, okay? One, experience plus position, okay, plus knowledge of, you know, the area. Based upon that, you are going to select project leader. So what's the department? You are going to just write it. And the next one is, let's say here, let's write like Biniam, okay? Biniam is working for manufacturing engineer, as an example. Or Brooke maybe working for design engineering, or product engineer, or whatever. Azeb maybe operations, okay? Operations. Leila, let's say Askal, okay? She may be like maintenance, okay? Maintenance, okay? Some department, just like that. So project leader is here. The department is going to just select right there. So here, this selection is based upon like what? Subject matter expert, isn't it? So you should know that stuff, okay? You should know that subject matter expert. So let's say if the problem occurs, ለምሳሌ አንድ ሲሚንቶ ቴስት ስታደርገው ስትሬንግዙን, if it is getting like bad or non-conforming, then what you're going to do? So stepoች አሉ, logistics department, warehousing, engineering, or whatever. That's going to be associated with that problem. So here, subject matter expert should contain the right personnel. Okay, that's what it is. So if your subject matter expert doesn't contain right personnel, your team formulation is wrong. Okay, so project champion is the mentor. This is the mentor of, you know, the entire project. So department, then you're going to. So this project champion is by experience, by knowledge, by position, or whatever. He is above like the project leader. That is what it means. So here, problem specification, reported problem. Okay, so let me show you something here. Okay, let's say defected LED light bulbs. Okay, let me show you. Okay, image. Okay, so now you produce LED light. Okay, you produce LED light. These are LEDs. the problem is it's not working. It's dimmed. Okay, it's dimmed. So when the person give you the information regarding why this is not working, and you're gonna just say it's dim light or okay, brighty or hot or whatever. Those are like the things. So okay, a reported problem is it could be gonna be based on the person who discovered the problem, who solved the problem. Okay, so dim light ሊለኝ ይችላል or ምናምን ነገር ሊለኝ ይችላል ምናምን ነገር ሊለኝ ይችላል, but like RMA evaluation, this is gonna be based on engineering evaluation. Okay, based on engineering evaluation. Engineering evaluation. It's like, so this is by engineering code, problem code, or whatever is going to just report it in the scenario. So this is a reported problem, and this is RMA based upon like engineering evaluation. After like measurement, diagnostics, problem verification steps, all these things. Then the next phase is we're going to do available picture. Any picture that's going to just support. Okay, so this is, let's say, okay, so assume this is a problem. You see, this LED light. So this is what they found. So this is a very nice input for you. Okay, input. So if it is, let's say, we're gonna take it, as like a source of information. Okay, information. Okay, and this is crucially important. Then this one is going to just tell me a lot of history, because I will tell you what I'm going to do with that stuff. Okay, I will tell you. አሁን እንደዚህ አይነት ኢንፎርሜሽን ካገኘው ምን እንደማደርገው ቀጥሎ ነገር። But like pictures are crucially important to determine the problem. So this is just electronics or defective piston. Let's see. You see, these are various type of piston defects, as you see. Okay, as you see. So now, okay. So one of the problem is this one, for example. You see, this one. So this is just a piston. So as you see right here, some of the section is broken. So copy image. Okay, I'll tell you. So now we're going to describe it. Where is the location with respect of this? Okay, where is the location or whatever. So if I find just like this, the first thing what I'm going to do is okay, I'm going to do when I just find it like that. So one, I'm going to test hardness, test macro and micro hardness. Okay, I'm gonna do this at first. Then the second phase, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do carbon concentration analysis. So this could be, as like, as carbon increases, strength also increase. Okay, breathability also just increase. But at the same time, if it's got like some kind of impulse or momentum, there is a possibility to crack fast. So these are like my testers. In the third one is I'm going to do density test. So in density test, there are like one section. This is one section. I'm going to take like some different section. One part right here. Okay. One part right here, there, one part right there, one part right there, one part right there, and one part based on like different string section here. Okay, I'll show you that what I mean. Okay, different sections. Okay, here what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna classify this section, and from this direction too, I'm gonna do different sections. Okay, just like that. This density calculation is called partial density test. Partial density test. And the first, I'm gonna measure like dimension. Okay, dimension. Fifth, rust. Okay. 6, I'm gonna measure. This is, you see, it's like piston piston. Cylinder test dimension of the cylinder. Dimension of the cylinder. Okay. Suppose this is like old car, then I'm gonna just look at the age of the car. So what's gonna be the most root cause analysis? Root cause. We're going to take that information from this picture. Okay, so pictures are really important in root cause analysis. Then what I'm gonna do is in the next phase, actually not here, but like I'll show you later. So available data, any information that you have, okay? Any information that you get with respect of like, this could be another defects, you see? These are like another defects. Just, these are all like data, okay? Okay, so then I'm gonna do, what could be the most failure modes is piston. You see, those are identified pistons. Okay, you need to know like most causal button because that is discovery. You're gonna just look at it, but I will show you what it's gonna be. Okay, so this is just if you are like mechanical engineer, or if you are chemical engineer, if you are like process engineer or whatever, you are going to just find those things. So I'll show you those, but like let me add, okay, bridge beam break. Bridge beam break. So no, it's not work. Image. Okay. So these are like civil engineering problems. Okay, civil engineering problem. So how the beam of bridge broken. So these are like so many kind of like defectors. But like what I need is bridge beam ሲፈነዳ አንድ የወሰድኩት እንትን ነበር. So this is just lab test actually. Anyways, whenever you got like those things, for example, the failure mode for this type of bridge break, you know, this type of bridge break, different from other types, just like this, or other types. Okay. Failure mode, which one is the failure mode? የሚባለው ነገር ለማወቅ the way that you are going to just look at like the problem should be based upon the image ብዙ የሚሰጠው እንትን አለ። አሁን አንድ እንትን ያልኩት ነበረ የሆነ ዳውንሎድ አድርጌ ይዤ ነበር አንድ ነው እና I'm not seeing right here but like so የተሰበረበት ቦታ ፒክቸሩ ብዙ ኢንፎርሜሽን ይነግራቸዋል። ኦኬ ከየት እንደመጣ ከማቴሪያል ነው ሊመጣ የሚችለው ወይስ ደግሞ ከዲዛይን ነው ወይስ ደግሞ ኤክስተርናል ፋክተር ነው or whatever, then you're going to just look at right there. So evidence is needed, any available data or whatever, so you should just consider that stuff. And here is interim containment action. So what is the purpose? Purpose of interim corrective action. What's the purpose of this? What's the purpose?
To know where the problem is occurred.
ፕሮብለሙ ሆልድ ለማድረግ እና ከዛ ደግሞ ቲሞች እንደገና ሶርት አውት ለማድረግ ማለት ነው። የፕሮብለሙ ምን አይነት እንደሆነ ሶርት አውት ለማድረግ እና ከዛ የነበረ ችግርም ሆልድ ለማድረግ ፕሮዳክሽን
ዓላማው ምንድነው ታዲያ?
To identify effective CPA ማለት ነው።
ድጋሜ ፕሮብሌሙ አናላይዝ ለማድረግ
አይደለም።
ፕሮብለሙ የት እንደተፈጠረ ለመለየት
የት እንደተፈጠረ no አይደለም። containment action ዓላማው ሶርት ለማድረግ ነው። okay, just sort good and bad parts. Okay. Sort and identification of like good and bad parts. Okay, this is one. The other is just to stop it. Stop. Those are like the two things. So on ቅድም ያወራነው አለ it's like how many we already just bound አድርገነዋል. Here is the problem occurs and this is the upper date boundary and this is the lower date boundary. So right here የተመረቱት በአጠቃላይ ምን ይደረጋሉ ማለት ነው? ሶርስ ይደረጋሉ ማለት ነው አይደለ? ሶርስ ይደረጋሉ። so እዚህ ጋር ማን ነው ሶርት የሚያደርጋቸው? ኦነሩ ማን ነው? ታርጌት maybe let's say next week ሊሰራው ይችላል። next week date is like February like 10. status ምን ላይ ደረሰ? okay, it's like here quantity, quality already is the problem. This quantity, how many was like defective, how many or whatever. This should be just done. Who's gonna just done it? Who's ማን ነው የሚያደርገው? ይሄንን የሚሰራው ማን ነው የሚባለው ነገር? Now this is the interim containment action. Okay, containment action. So zaga ምናያቸው ነገሮች አሉ ምናያቸው ነገሮች አሉ So these things are very crucially important, okay? So one aspect that we're going to look at it was DFIMA present. DFIMA, PFIMA. Was control plan was there. Control plan. Work instruction. Procedure. Okay, procedure. ይሄ ነበረው ዲፊማ አለው ወይ ካለው ከሌለው የለውም ኦኬ ፒፊማ ካለው ከሌለው የለውም and so forth like that እነዚህ በሙሉ እንትን ይደረጋሉ ይጻፋሉ okay so what is DFIMA? DFIMA is design FIMA or design failure mode effect. So አሁን እዚህ ጋር ምንድነው the DFIMA needs to contain the failure mode. ግልጽ ነው so here is the DFIMA state the failure mode okay so you're going to go and find the DFIMA based upon the part number and look at like whether it's going to just state the failure mode or not yeah የተነገረው ፕሮብሌም DFIMAው ላይ ስቴት ተደርጓል አልተደረገም ግልጽ ነው ኦኬ ካልተደረገ አልተደረገም ይሄ የመጀመሪያ DFIMA አለ ወይ ነው የመጀመሪያው አለ ካለ ራይት ከሌለ የለም ማለት ምን ማለት ነው ይሄ አንድ ኮሬክቲቭ አክሽን ውስጥ ሊገባ ነው ማለት ኮሬክቲቭ አክሽን ውስጥ ሊገባ ነው DFIMA is the responsibility for design engineer ነው ይሄንን የሚሰራው design engineer should develop like this document needed that document and PFIMA is the responsibility for manufacturer engineer PFIMA process FIMA ይሄ ደግሞ ምንድነው ፕሮሰሱ ላይ is the PFIMA state the source of the failure mode ይሄ ሶርሱን ነው የሚናገረው ይሄ ፌለር ሞዱን ነው የሚናገረው ኦኬ ሶርሱ ለምሳሌ እዚህ ጋር ያየነው ምንድነው ይሄ ብሬክ አድርጎ ነው አይደል ብሬክ አድርጎ ኦኬ ስለዚህ ፒስተን ሊሰነጠቅ ይችላል የሚል ፌለር ሞድ DFIMAው አለ ወይ ነው DFIMA ያንን ስቴት አድርጓል ወይ ነው that's a question state አድርጓል okay the DFIMA the PFIMA is ይሄ እንዴት ሊሰነጠቅ እንደሚችል አስቀምጧል ወይ how ግልጽ ነው how so this one is going to be like from the design aspect no because of like material weakness or whatever it's like it could just state but that one in the process when I produce this ማለት ነው in the machine like pressing machine corner like either whatever it is or injection molding corner in produce ማረገበት metal injection molding or it could be based on from powder technology through sintering process so metal powder ሊሆን ይችላል or whatever now PFIMA ያንን አድሬስ አድርጓል that's what you're going to just look at here in the control plan Control plan is a plan to meet requirements. A checking standard name. Checking standard. Okay. So how many miles now? Like when the machine run, maybe like production is going to just control after like every 2 hours, every day or whatever. That is the control plan. Then which dimension is that? That dimension, that strength, that whatever, like based on like the characteristics from the DFIMA, then generated to PFIMA, then it's going to just go to like the control plan. Okay. Work instruction. This is for operator training matrix. And procedure, any kind of like procedure. ለምሳሌ ማሽኑ አላርም ሲያሳይ ምን ማድረግ አለበት የለበትም ምናምን ነገር የሚባሉትን ነገሮች ላይ these are like እነዚህ አሉ የሉም እየተባሉ ይቀመጣሉ ማለት ግልጽ ነው። Then the next phase is root cause analysis. So in the root cause analysis, we apply fishbone analysis to frame out the general structure of the problem. The general structure. Okay, structure of the problem. Okay, so now the problem could come from like environment, the problem could come from personnel, the problem come from process, the problem from gauge, or the problem from the machine or the material. So this is just a standard fishbone analysis. But like fishbone analysis ምንድን ነው? የሚጠቅመው ምንድን ነው? እንትኑ ቪዥዋላይዝ ለማድረግ ነው። It's like problemን ቪዥዋላይዝ ለማድረግ ነው። So here when we say environment, layout ሊሆን ይችላል። Layout, okay, plant layout ሊሆን ይችላል. Or humidity, temperature, pressure, okay, pressure, anything that's going to just consider as like environment, that's going to be assumed like in categories under environment. So in most of like the industrial world, we named like controlled, suitable, production of like environment, like 5S is a part of like environment mechanism. Like 5S sound ለምሳሌ የምንለው ነገር based upon environment ነው አይደል? Like the way that the layout or whatever. Vibration is also like environmental. So when it comes to like gauging, this is what calibration of the gauge, okay, to justify what gauge accuracy and precision. So precision is done by gauge study, gauge R&R, gauge R&R study, and so forth like that. Those documentation need to be like in gauging system. Okay. Personnel, this is like training. Okay, human error. Okay. ከሰውየው ጋር የተያዘ ነው እዚህ ጋር። Okay, based on like the person ነው በቃ ከሰውየው ጋር የተያዘ any kind of like error is going to be like that. When it comes to like machine noise, vibration, maintenance, layout, just the machine layout, setup, machine setup, machine parameters, and so forth like that. Okay, these are like associated with the machine. So when we say the process, one is the actual process, like process flow diagram. Documentation, like DFIMA or PFIMA, okay? PFIMA. Method of production, or work instruction, okay, WI, okay? All these inefficiencies with respect of like, we call them like process, okay? Process. The material is input material. So here, contamination, material handling, warehousing, and so forth like that. And that results to the problem. So this is the way. So we're gonna generate for the fishbone first. Then the next step is, okay, it's like possible causes and researching. So we're gonna just state one failure mode, okay? Failure mode 1, okay? If does not explain and explain, okay? Let's say this one is operator error, okay? Operator error. What does it doesn't explain? On operator error is explained, it doesn't explain ምንለው ምንድነው? ለምሳሌ other operation and በደንብ ትሬን ያላደረግነው ኦፕሬተር ሌላ ኦፕሬሽኖችን አፌክት ላደርግ አይችልም. If it is like control, it explains, for example, if the operator use like shortcut, measure አድርግ እያልከው እሱ measure ሳያደርግ ሊተወው ይችላል, just ሊያልፈው ይችላል. Okay, one that aspect. ሌላኛው ደግሞ በፍጥነት ሰራው ብሎ 10ን በአንድ ሰዓት መስራት ሲጠበቅበት 30ን በአንድ ሰዓት ሰርቶት ሊሆን ይችላል. So ይሄ ነገር ሊሆን ይችላል ላይሆን ይችላል. Then you are going to just like it. More likely, less likely. So you're gonna እዚህ ጋር አሁን ምንድነው እነዚህ ነገሮች ነው እያወራን ያለነው አይደል? It's like operator, it's like affecting, let's say where we are like possible cause. One cause could be like contamination, okay? Contamination is going to be just affecting like powder metal corner, but I'm affected as well. So non powder metal የሆኑ ነገሮች ላይ contamination might not be like the issue. So anyways, a bad example, no, but I'm bad example, true example. So contamination is going to just explain if themselves hardness is an issue. A problem like contamination could be one of the major root causes. One of the major root causes, contamination. ምክንያቱም ሌላ ማቴሪያል እዚህ ጋር ተቀላቅሎ ከገባ በቀላሉ ስለሚሰበር ያንን ክሬት ያደርገዋል ማለት ነው ኮንታሚኔሽን። አሁን እዚህ ጋር እንደምናየው ግን እቃው ትንሽ የቆየ ነው አይደል? አርጅቷል ማለት ነው። ስላረጀ ዲፎርሜሽን ሊሆን ይችላል or friction ሊሆን ይችላል or it could be rust could also just affecting these things. So አሁን ይሄንኛው ምንድነው does not explain ሲባል ሁሌ የምታስቡት ምንድነው ያ ፌለር ሞድ affect የማያደርገው ነገር ማለት the stated failure mode could not affect this explain ደግሞ ምንለው ምንድነው directly or indirectly related የሚያደርገው ማለት ስለዚህ you're going to list your all failure modes that you are going to have here then you're going to just do like your own investigation so contamination ከሆነ ለምሳሌ I'm going to go and do electron microscope or የሆነ ስካነር ምናምን አይቼ ሌላ ፎሬን ማቴሪያል ተቀላቅሎበታል ወይስ ደግሞ አልተቀላቀለበትም የሚለውን አረጋግጣለሁ then this is the issue is the hardness and that because of like external material put right there then finally that's most likely okay most likely then I'm going to just put right there in here and so forth like that አሁን እንደዚህ ያደረኩ እሞላቸዋለሁ ማለት ካረኩ በኋላ የሚቀጥለው ምንድነው actions to verify the root cause አሁን ምንድነው እዚህ ጋር የነበሩት it's like ከነዚህ ውስጥ ዲፊማ ለምሳሌ ኦኬ ሊሆን ይችላል ፒፊማ or whatever ማቴሪያል ምናምን let's say ፕሮብሌሙ ያለው it's like gauging ላይ ብለናስብ calibration issue ነበረ ብለናስብ so here like most likely root cause now then here we are going to state the failure mode okay then ምን ተሰራ እዚህ ጋር what does he do what and who is that person is that Brooke okay Brooke or Biniam or whatever target date maybe next week or whatever then status should be written right here okay ይሄ ሰውዬ ግን ምንድነው ያደረገው then how is going to just verify the root cause የሚለውን ያለው ማለት root cause 1 root cause 2 root cause 3 like sometimes you might just find one root cause sometimes you might find several root causes so several root causes ኮኖች እንደዚህ ይደረደራሉ ማለት ነው ከዛ የሚቀጥለው ምንድነው 5y okay when it comes to 5y ምን ማለት ነው let's say አንድ ተማሪ ፈተና ተፈተነና ወደቀ failed examination okay why ሲባል because he didn't study okay study sufficient time then the next one is because his families asked him to sell goods okay after school ግልጽ ነው አሁን ፈተናው ወደቀ ለምን ወደቀ በቂ ጊዜ አላጠናም ለምን በጊዜ አላጠናም ቤተሰቦቹ ከትምህርት ቤት እንደመጣ ሌላ እቃ እንዲሸጥ ይልኩታል ኦኬ ሌላ እቃ ቁጭ ብሎ እንዲሸጥላቸው ምናምን ነገር ያደርጉታል ማለት ነው because of why እነሱ ደግሞ ፋሚሊዎቹ ሌላ እቃ ለምን እንዲሸጥ ያደርጋሉ because they are poor or their income is low ስለዚህ አሁን ምንድን ማለት ነው እዚህ ጋር ለልጁ ውጤት ማምጣት ተጠቅ እንትኑ ማን ነው ማለት ነው ችግሩ ያለው ማን ጋር ነው ማለት ነው ኢንካም ነው ማለት ነው የፋሚሊ ኢንካም you got me ፋሚሊ ኢንካም ስለዚህ ተማሪው በውጤቱ እንዲያሻሽል ከተፈለገ መሆን ያለበት መጀመሪያ ምንድነው ማለት ነው እዚህ ጋር ነው ኮሬክቲቭ አክሽኑ መሰራት ያለበት ማለት ነው ኮሬክቲቭ ኤንድ ፕሪቬንቲቭ አክሽን መሰራት ያለበት እንዴት አድርጎ ነው አንድ ፋሚሊ ኢንካሙን ማሻሻል የሚችለው ቢለውን ነው መሰራት ያለበት that's going to solve the problem otherwise ልጁን ደደብ ማለት አታሻሽለው አጥና ምንም በማለትም አታሻሽለው ማለት ነው so this is the way to do 5 why ስንሰራ why this happened because of this 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 and finally so when we say like 5 why okay 5 why እነዚህ ዋዮች ከአምስትም ሊበልጡ ይችላሉ greater than 5ም ሊሆኑ ይችላሉ less than 5ም ሊሆኑ ይችላሉ it doesn't matter ዋናው ፕሮብሌሙን አግኝቶታል ዋናው ጉዳዩ ነገር እዚህ ጋር ምንድነው ስፔሲፊክ ነው ይሄ ሜተድ ስፔሲፊክ to the root cause to the root cause no የሚሆነው ማለት ኦኬ ስፔሲፊክ ነው ሶ ገብቷችኋል ይሄ ነገር
ያሁኑ ላይ
ግልጽ ነው
ያሁኑ ላይ ማለት ነው ብዙ ዋዮች አሉ ብለናል አሁን ከዋዮቹ ትልቅ የሆነውን ፕሮብሌም ብቻ ነው ሶልቭ አድርገን የምናልፈው ወይስ ሌሎችንም እናስከትላለን
መልቲፕል ሩት ኮዝ ከሆነማ መልቲፕል ትሰራለህ
ኦኬ አይ አንዱን ስለመረጠ ሜቢ እሱ ነው ዋናው ብለን ምን ተው ከሆነ ብዬ ነው
እንደዛ የሚባል ነገር የለም እንደሱ የሚባል ነገር ኦኬ ሶ ኖ አሁን አንዷን እኮ ነው አንድ ስፔሲፊክ ፕሮብሌም ነው እዚህ ጋር የምታገኘው ይሄ ለልጁ እኮ ያንኛው አንደኛው ነው ሌላኛው ደግሞ ልጁ ለምሳሌ የወደቀው አስተማሪው ሊፈራው ይችላል ያስደነቀቀው ወይ ደግሞ አስተማሪው ተማሪው መረዳቱንና ለመረዳቱን ቼክ ሲያደርግ ዝም ብሎ ጃምፕ ሾርት ከት ሊሄድ ይችላል ኦኬ አስተማሪው የቋንቋ ችግር ሊኖርበት ይችላል ሌላ ጉዳይ ነው ልጁ ደግሞ ኢንተረስቱም ላይሆን ይችላል ያ ሰብጀክት ኦኬ ስለዚህ የተለያዩ ናቸው አይደል የተለያዩ ሩት ናቸው አንዱን ነው እያጠናን ያለው
ኦኬ
now አሁን let me show you one problem why birds sit at the statues form parts let me okay now on ምንድነው you see this one አሁን ይሄ በርዶች ይመጣሉ ስታቹ ላይ ከዛዛ ኩሳቸውን ይጥሉበታል እዚህ ይመጡና አሁን ያበላሽታል ማለት ነው አይደል ይሄን ያበላሽታል ስለዚህ ይሄ ቀለሙ ለምን ተለወጠ ነው ፕሮብሌሙ because birds come here you got me birds come here and እዛ ይመጡና እንትን ያደርጉበታል ለምን ወፎች እዚህ ይመጣሉ ነው ጥያቄው ወፎቹ ለምንድን ነው እዛ ይመጡት sometimes እዛ አካባቢ በጣም አሁን ረጃጅም ከሆነ ስታቹ ማለት ነው እንትን ሊኖረው ይችላል you see just like that እና አሁን ምንድነው አንደኛው ትልቅ ስለሆነ ነው አይደል ቁመቱ ነው እንደዛ የሚያደርገው ለነሱ ምቹ ስለሆነ ማለት ነው ሌላ ምግብም ሊያገኙ ይችላሉ እዛው ላይ እና statue of the statue of Washington DC okay statue of Washington DC አሁን ይሄ ምንድነው ዋሽንግተን ዲሲ ያለው ይሄ ማኑመንት አለ አይደል ይሄ ትልቁ ይሄ እና ሁሌ ወፎች እዚህ እንትን ይወጡበት ምን ያረጉታል ያቆሽሹታል ኩሳቸውን እንትን ያረጉበት ማለት እና ለምንድነው እዛ የሚወጡት ሲባል ትሎች አሉ እዛ የሚበቅሉ ትሎች ስለዚህ እነሱ መተው ይበሏቸዋል ወፎች You got me? ስለዚህ አሁን ምንድነው ወፎቹ ይመጣሉ ወፎቹን ታባራለህ ትጠርጋለህ እንትን ዛሬ ይጸዳል ያ ኮንቴይንመንት አክሽን ነው ፕሪቨንቲቭ አክሽን ግን ምንድነው ማለት ነው እዛ አካባቢ ያሉት እነዚህ ወርሞች እንዳይኖሩ ማለት ነው you see so that's a way just to understand like it's like 5Y so now 5Y line 3 types ናቸው እሱ ምንድነው የሚባለው 3 times by 5Y okay so የመጀመሪያው ሃርድዌር ነው hardware okay so hardware this is hardware ይሄ ምንድነው production method ማለት ነው production method production or process method ማለት ነው okay hardware how you going to produce that second is how it escapes how escalation code and defective part አንተ መስሪያ ቤት ሰርተዋል you just produce that okay አሁን እዚህ ጋር ያንተ incoming outgoing inspection አለ inspection እንዴት ይሄንን jump አደረገ how it jumps and go to the customer and አሁን እዚህ ጋር ይሄንን ለምን መያዝ አልተቻለም ነው why don't we catch it before it go to the customer so that's escalation clause okay and the third one is systemic failure ይሄ ሲስተሚክ ፌለር ደግሞ ምንድነው ፕሮሰስ ነው ፕሮሰስ ዲፊማ control plan work instruction or whatever አሁን እነሱ ላይ አድረስ አልተደረገም ወይ ነው ፕሮብሌሙ ይሄ እንዴት ወጣ ሲባል our detection ነው አይደል detection ability in systemic failure which of our documentation didn't state the problem so እዚህ ጋር 5Y አለው እዚህ ጋር 5Y አለው እዚህ ጋር 5Y አለው ማለት ነው ስለዚህ 3 by 5Y ይሆናል ማለት ነው ለአንዷ ነው እንግዲህ ግልጽ ነው ለአንዷ እንደዚህ ነው ማለት so በዛ መሰረት 5Y ፊል ይደረጋል so አሁን እዚህ ጋር ምን ግራንት አድርገናል ማለት ነው 5Y ከሰራን በኋላ then we are going to justify the root cause is really the root cause of the problem then corrective action we are going to generate one corrective action who's going to just do it Amara when is going to just do it and the status so you are going to put it corrective item 2 then this is first is going to just generate it so to do like the corrective action one you are going to look at like time second you are going to look at cost third possibility do capability and so forth like that based upon this a corrective action might be generated from manufacturing engineer or product or whatever who's going to just do what the problem is so right there when is the date so how we finish it እንዳለ የተቀመጡት ነገሮች በሙሉ በዚህ corrective action ላይ ከመጣሉ ማለት and training operator could be one of the corrective action modification of the PFEMA that could be another corrective action implementation of POCAYOC method like error proofing method that could be also another method and so forth like that so ይሄንን እንሰራለን the next one is validation so how to validate the validation is input to output okay input to output So the output is going to be just checked against requirements. If it is okay, okay. If it is not okay, it's not okay. So one of the mechanism is check whether the operator is okay or not. Is the operator now capable to do that stuff? So who is going to be just do that one? Let's say somebody, okay, Mr. X. Okay, target is going to just tell us what week or 1 week or whatever. Then status. So here, what we're going to do is to do the validation. ለምሳሌ ትሬኒንግ ሲሰጣቸው ወይ ፎቶ ሊያሳየኝ ይገባል ወይ ቪዲዮ ቀርጾ ሊያሳየኝ ይገባል ወይ ኦፕሬተሩ ሲሰራ በትክክል ስራውን ሲሰራ ሊያሳየኝ ይገባል ከዛ የዛን ጊዜ ነው ኦኬ ምለው ማለት ነው ኦኬ ማሽን ከሆነ እንደዛው ማሽኑ ላይ ሄጄ ፕሮዲዩስ አደርጋለሁ ሜዠር አደርጋለሁ is the production okay if it is okay then we are going to just look at maybe 1 month 3 months or whatever so this is the validation process. Step 6. Step 7, preventive action. So preventive action, it's like one of the preventive action is apply the same technique to similar or the same technique to other process. That is one of the preventive action. Sample size and control plan, application of PTIMA, DFIMA, all these things are like preventive action. And appendix, if you have like anything extra, this is anything extra, okay? Anything extra information is going to put in the appendix. So ይሄ ዛሬ ያያችሁት ነገር ምንድነው ማለት ነው በቃ root cause analysis using AD ይሄንን ይመስላል ማለት ነው ግልጽ ነው አይደል
ጥያቄ አለኝ ፕሮፌሰር
go ahead
ቀደም ፒስተኑን ስታሳየን ፒስተኑ መሰራት ያለበት ቴስቶችን ነግረን ነበር ማክሮና እንደ ማይክሮ ቴስቲንግ ይሰራል የተባለው ከዚህ ፊት
ኤግዛምፕል ናቸው እነሱ ኤግዛምፕል ናቸው
ገባኝ ለእንደዚህ አይነት ችግር ላጋጠሙ ነገሮች ሳምፕሊንግ ሲስተማችን ምንድነው መሆን ያለበት
የምን ሳምፕሊንግ ሲስተም ነው
ለምሳሌ ከዚህ ፊት ክራክ ብሪጅ ላይ ሲያጋጥም ታርጌት ሳምፕሊንግ ነው የምንወስደው ክራኩ ያጋጠመበት ቦታ ነው ሳምፕሊንግ ወስደን ቴስት የምናደርገው ብለን ነበር አሁን የኛው ፒስተኑ ቼክ ስናደርግ ችግሩ ያጋጠመበት ቦታ ነው የምንወስደው ወይስ ደሆል ፒስተኑ ላይ ነው ቼክ የምናደርገው
አልገባኝም ምን ጥያቄ ምን እንደሆነ አልገባኝም አይ ዶንት አንደርስታንድ
ለምሳሌ ፒስተኑ በተወሰነ ፓርቱ ተሰብሯል አይደል ያ የተሰበረበትን ነገር ዲቴክት ለማድረግ የቱ አካባቢ ነው ሳምፕሎች ላይ ዲቴክት የምናደርገው ችግሩ ምን ላይ በየትኛው ሳምፕሊንግ ነው ለማለት ፈልጌ
አቀላቅለህ እኮ ነው እየጠየቀኝ ያለው ሳምፕሊንግ ሌላ ቴክኒክ ነው እሺ አሁን ሳምፕሊንግ ስትል ሌላ ቴክኒክ ነው አይደለ ይሄ እንደሱ አይደለም የእንትኑ ሴክሽኖች ነው አልኩ እኮ ግልጽ ነው ለምሳሌ when you say like sampling simple random sampling stratified sampling cluster whatever these are like sampling methods now እዚህ ጋር ምንድነው ያ so አሁን ማክሮ እና ማይክሮ ሃርድነስ ቼክ ራሱ ፖዚሽን ናቸው እኮ እነዚህ ፖዚሽን ናቸው ማክሮ ማለትና ማይክሮ የሚባለው ፖዚሽን ናቸው ምንድነው ከላይ ከዚህ ከሰርፌስ let's say አንድ ሚሊሜትር ወርዳ or whatever የራሱ እንትን አለው ፕሮሲጀር አለው ገብቷል how to check it it's like ምን ያህል ነው ወደ ታች ሰምጠህ ቴስት የምታደርገው ነው ኦኬ ምን ያህል እየሰመጥክ ታይዋለህ so የተለያዩ ሴክሽኖች አሉ የተለያዩ ሴክሽኖች ላይ ቆርጠህ ታይዋለህ ከዛ በኋላ ቴስት አደረገ mainly አሁን ፕሮብሌሙ እዚህ ጋር ነው አይደል happen ያደረገው this is where we are so our target is right there so ታርጌታችን እዚህ ጋር ነው የሚሆነው እዚሁ ሰፈር ነው የሚሆነው አሁን ማይክሮ እና ማክሮ ቴስት ሳደርግ እዛው ነው ማለት ነው ይሄን ብቻ አይደለም እኮ ቴስት ማድረገው ከሱ ጋር አብረው የተመረጡ ምንም ያልሆኑትንም ቴስት አደርጋቸዋል ግልጽ ነው ምንም ያልሆኑ የለው ያ ምንም ያልሆኑ እነሱንም ወስዳ ቴስት አደርጋቸዋል ማለት ሶ አሁን ምንድነው ጥያቄ ይሄ ላይ ማስተካከል ያለበት አሁን ሳምፕሊንግ ምንድነው ሳምፕሊንግ ማለት ሌላ ቴክኒክ ሌላ ነገር ነው it's like random sampling አለ judgment sampling አለ simple random sampling whatever እሱ ሲላይ ይሄ እዚህ ጋር ነው ኢንቨስቲጌሽን ነው እያካሄደን ያለው ሶ ከነዚህ ውስጥ ስንት ቦታ ነው ሜጀር ማረጋው whatever እሱ ዲፔንድስ like ተተለከዋለ ከዚህ ይሄ እኮ ፕሮብሌሙ ላይ ስቴት ይደረጋል ይሄ ከዚህ ድረስ እንዴ ይሄ ሆኗል ከዛ በኋላ የሚቀጥለው ይሄ ነው የሚቀጥለው ይሄ ነው የሚቀጥለው ይሄ ነው ያክሰራ it's like አሁን ክራክ ላይ ስለሰራው አውቀዋለሁ የቱ ጋር ቴስት እንደማረግ አይ ኖ ዛስታ ግን ራሱ ይነግራል ያለበት ቦታ እና አሁን የመጀመሪያው ነገር ምንድነው ይሄ ዲፌክት is that stated in the DFIMA that's one point DFIMA ላይ ከሌለ ፊፊማው ላይ የለም ፊፊማው ላይ ከሌለ ኮንትሮል ፕላን ላይ አይኖርም ኮንትሮል ፕላን ላይ ከሌለ ይሄ ፕሮብሌም ስቴትድ ላይ ሆነ ይችላል in general ግልጽ ነው ስቴትድ ላይ ሆነ ይችላል ስለዚህ እሱ ሌላ ነገር ነው አሁን እንትኖቹን ነው እንትን ያደርካቸው it's like how to do ሌላ ጉዳይ እንዴት አድርገን ነው የምንሰራው ሌላ ጉዳይ ስለዚህ እንትን ይመስላል ማለት anyways ያንን በደንብ እንትን አድርገን ማውቃለን the most important aspect before starting any fishbone or whatever the most important thing in problem solving is most important thing okay important things are one is product knowledge okay knowledge and the second one is process flow diagram no እነዚህ ናቸው ምን ማለት ነው you know it's like product if it is like piston broken piston or if it is bridge for example beam if crack on the beam whatever then those are like product ለምሳሌ ቢሙ ክራክ እንዲያደርግ የሚያደርገው ነገር ምንድነው ውስጥ የምጨምረው ብረት አለ ከእንደገና ደግሞ ኮንክሪት ከዛ ከላይ የሚጨምረው ዌት አለ እነዚህ በአጠቃላይ ፕሮዳክት ኖሌጅ ናቸው ኦኬ and process flow diagram ደግሞ እንዴት አድርገን ነው የምንሰራው what are the steps to produce that stuff so these two things are critically important ናቸው በጣም ኢምፖርታንት ነው ስለዚህ ሁሌ ፕሮሰስ ፍሎ ዲያግራም ነው የምታስቀምጡት ማለት ነው የሆነ ፕሮብሌም ሶልቭ ለማድረግ ስትሞክሩ ማለት ነው ኦኬ ሌላ ጥያቄ አላት ሌላ ጥያቄ አለ የላችሁም ገብቷችኋል ማለት ነው
ፕሮፍ ለም ኮንፎርማሲ በሶስቱ ላይ በተለይ በሰፕላየር ፕሮሰስ እና ከስተመር ስንሄድ ማለት ነው ለሁሉም ማት ነን ኮንፎርማሲ ሪኳየርመንቱ ደሴም ነው ብለን አስባለን
ነን ኮንፎርማሲ እኮ በቃ ዲፌክትድ ፓርት ማለት ነው ዲፌክትድ የሆነ ነገር ማለት ዲፌክትድ የሆነ ፕሮሰስ ኦር ፓርት so that's non conformance So
okay in terms of another 8 እንትኖቹ okay በሌላ አይን አይቸው እሺ
non conformance ማለት anything measured against requirement ምንድነው so that's it ስለዚህ any ከሆነ እንደዛ አድርገህ ታስቀምጥ
okay
ስለዚህ so supplier quality ኮንክና production manufacturer engineer ኮንክ ይለያያሉ ፕሮብሌሞቹ ይለያያሉ so the way segregate የምታደርግበት ሜተድ እንስል okay so anyways ይቺን የፒስተኗን ፕሮብሌም እንግዲህ ኬሚካል ኢንጂነሮች ነው የሚሰሩት ይቺን ለሜካኒካል ኢንጂነሮችን ሲሚላር አይነት ፕሮብሌም አመጣላቸዋለሁ industrial engineering is going to work in LED civil engineering is going to work on beam bridge beam ሲፈነዳ ማለት ለምንድን ነው የፈነዳው ያንን ይሰራሉ electrical engineers maybe electrical failure on airplane engine ያንን ይሰራሉ ሌሎች ደግሞ አሁን ክላሲፊኬሽናቸውን ቶሎ አውጡ አሁን ታወጣላችሁ ማለት የትኛው ስትሪም ላይ ያላችሁ ሜካኒካል ናችሁ ኤሌክትሪካል ኢንጂነር it's like በየስትሪማችሁ ታውጡና ከዛ በኋላ ነው ፕሮብሌሙ ይሰጣችሁ ማለት ስለዚህ ባለፈው
ፕሮፌሰር እሷ ተሞልታለች ኦሬዲ ያቺ ፎርም
ስንት ሆኑ ማለት ነው ስንት ግሩፕ አለ ማለት
ገና እንትን ግሩፕ አላደረግናቸውም ጀስት ግን ተሞልቷል
ሶፍትዌርም ከሆነ ሶፍትዌርም ከሆነ ሶፍትዌር ፌለር ላይ ይሰራሉና ሶፍትዌር ፌለር ኪዩሲ እዛ ላይ ይሰራሉ ኤኒዌይስ እንዳለው ማለት ነው
ለምሳሌ ኢሪጌሽን ላይ ያለው ምናምን ብዙ እንትን አሉ ወጣ ያሉ
ችግር የለውም ኢሪጌሽንም አሪፍ ነው ኢሪጌሽን ምንም እንደ እንትን እኮ ማለት ነው ለኮዋ ምናምን ላይ አይደል የሚሰሩትና ላንድስኬፕ ምናምን ይሰራሉ ችግር የለውም so they are like tractor ምናምን እነሱ አይደል ሜንቴናንስ የሚያደርጉ ስለዚህ እቺ ግን የኬሚካል ኢንጂነር ነች ስለዚህ እንግዲህ እና ሲንተሪንግ ላይ ነው የምትሰራው ሲንተሪንግ ፕሮሰስ ሲንተሪንግ ሜተድ ላይ ስለዚህ ይሄንን ይሰራሉ ማለት ነው ኦኬ ሶ ያንን ቶሎ ለክልኝና ፕሮብሌሙን ኮምፓይል አድርጌ እልክላችኋለሁ አሁን ምንድነው በየስትሪማችሁ ታረጉና ከዚህ በፊት እነዛ ፈርስት ባቾች የሰሩት አለ ሩት ኮዝ ላይ ኤሌክትሪካሎች የሰሩትን ሜካኒካሎች ምናምን የሰሩትን በየስትሪማችሁ ከነሱ መጠየቅም ትችላላችሁ እኔም ልልክላችሁ እችላለሁ ከግሩፕ ሊደሮቹ ምን እንደሰሩ እዛ ላይ ታወጣላችሁ ማለት ኦኬ ግልጽ ነው ወይስ እንዴት ነው ገና ነው
ኦኬ ነው ግልጽ ነው